Welcome back, everybody. Now there's not a lot more I can do on this day because I'm waiting for a particular event to help move the story forward.
What are you looking for this time?
Plot to move forward.
Try to avoid getting into trouble. I would not like to have you in my jail, after all.
Listen, buddy, you're just lucky I'm not a thief breaking in here and stealing your stuff. Because, believe me, I've been there. Alright. So it looks like the event in question is not going to happen today. So it should happen tomorrow. So what I can do is just a little bit of the whole Baba Yaga plot. I don't want to start the Baba Yaga plot until I can finish it, just because, you know, chick creeps me out ever since Quest for Glory 1. You don't want to start stuff with her unless you're ready to finish it. But we can talk to her guardsman for a little bit here.
So, have you got an excuse for being here, or have you just come to keep me company, or what?
Or what wasn't on there, but okay.
So, what are you here for, besides my scintillating conversation?
I do kind of like talking to you.
You know, if you keep going on doing all that hero stuff, you're gonna wind up with the goody two-shoes blues. You know, black and blue and dead all over.
That does not sound fun. Okay, they apparently left out the voice acting for that, but what he said was, if you don't want to feel like go back and pause it, essentially, you know, well, if you want to talk to Baba, baby, why don't you give me something to improve my looks, and then maybe I'll let you through. How about this hat I took from a ghost?
Not bad at all. I can tell by the reflections in your eyes that it gives me character, makes me look mysterious and handsome. Hey, alright you guys, this guy is okay by me. You can let him through.
I don't actually want to go through yet, though. And then one other thing I'm going to grab to make life a little bit faster in the future. Oh, that's a fun dead end. Kill the bunny. Now notice in this game it is a lot harder to avoid the enemies. Oh. Since I'm here, I might as well show you this. This is what the rubber chicken is really for. What you do is you throw a rock or something at it to knock off a bush. Then, when it eats the rubber chicken, you can pick up the berries. Now, we already used magic to do it, so what I just did was completely unnecessary, but that was just to show you the purpose there. Since it didn't have a pulley in the middle, we're not going to need it later. Let's go ahead and get some more glue. I don't have any more. Tell you what, why don't I take one of each?
Good. You start to take the pill.
Fine, I'll just
start
take,
to
I
take
wanted
the...
to... Oh, it's really just not gonna let me. Fine. Whatever.
You slowly fill your flask with the greasy,
green gopher goo. Greasy. How did that song go? Greasy, grimy gopher guts. I forget the rhythm, or in fact the point of the entire song, but. Hey, it's almost nighttime on day 4. Excellent.
After some rest, you feel...
I just lay down in the middle of the road.
After some rest... You hear after a few minutes. You have...
Garlic pheasant.
You unlock...
Is it fully nighttime? No.
After some...
Once I'm sure it's nighttime, I'm gonna
After...
go and make sure my girlfriend's not waiting for me, just in
It's
case.
too dangerous.
It's not too dangerous. I can levitate.
You open the window and gently float down to the street below.
Now, I wonder if you could cast that spell while he was falling, because if so, that would be some extreme sports, right?
The massive gate to...
Like, you just jump off the highest building and then halfway down, float. Skydiving would be awesome in the world of Gloriana. I want to see Erasmus and Fenris, so we're going to go ahead and try that. I wasted time by walking out there just to check and see if the girlfriend was there. And I've dealt with the Domovoys. No.
You awaken...
No cutscene.
It's sausage and peppers fried with garlic.
For breakfast? Here we go.
Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the gravedigger shows up.
Well, there you go. Igor's missing. That ties it. The little weasel never goes anywhere, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
These guys do
except when
not
he's with
follow
that
their
wacko,
instructions.
crazy, cuckoo doctor.
Why else would that gypsy be so darn close to town? He got a taste for meat. It was a full moon outside last night, I'm telling ya.
Yeah,
think it's
somebody's
always a
going
full
to
moon
jail.
in Quest of
Justice
Glory.
must be served, even for that little gravedigger.
Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed. Just relax, go home or to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later.
But we...
Later, go home.
This is, if you will remember, very early on, one of these guys had the wrong audio drop. Igor's death must be avenged! It's from this whole scenario. I don't really want to talk to them. They're a bunch of nutcases.
You say...
Ah, the
I'll say it.
stranger. Have you heard that Igor was killed and we...
Will you stop saying that? We only know that Igor is missing.
But we already have Igor's murderer.
We have a gypsy, that is all.
But you know that all gypsies are werewolves.
I do not know that, and neither do any of you. If you would stop listening to old wives' tales and start thinking, you'd realize only that the gravedigger is missing, and all else is in your imaginations.
You ask if you can help in the investigation. After all, you are a bona fide hero.
We already have the murderer.
We ourselves have solved this.
We are the heroes here.
Look,
Yeah, lynch
if
mobs
you
are
can
typically
prove
heroic.
one way or another what happened to Igor, I would be glad of it. I do not like blaming someone for a crime that may not even have been committed. The gravedigger is missing, and the gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and of having eaten Igor.
Werewolf.
The gypsy ignores you. You tell
Well,
the
that's kinda
gypsy
rude.
that you will do whatever you can to help prove his innocence and see his release. The gypsy doesn't seem to believe you.
Well then, go do something instead of standing around talking with everyone.
Alright, fine, I will.
It is possible that the gravedigger is still alive. If you are going wandering outside of town, please watch for him.
It's good that we're close enough that you feel
Calm
you can
down,
recruit me for this.
everyone. Give me a little more time.
It's been
Yeah, well,
5
that's
minutes.
all well and good, Gandhi, but we have waited long enough.
Gandhi?
Yeah, he's right. I got first dibs. That gypsy's gonna pay.
That gypsy's gonna make Joan of Arc look like a piker. He's gonna burn at the stake.
Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor before tomorrow, you shall have your burning.
Wow. So, ticking clock. With that ticking clock, I'm going to skip the morning exercises until after I solve this. Because, you know, the morning exercises take a while.
The world shall not soon forget the genius of Dr. Cranium. The experiment is a success. Behold, Frankie. Is she not something? I'm looking forward to an exhilarating series of experiments with her. Ah, very
He made
nice,
himself a
Frankie.
woman.
I'm sure you will agree. Just as I planned. I believe she has all the assets necessary to become a premier scientific laboratory assistant.
He's created himself an undead love slave. I don't know whether to be horrified or jealous.
You say hello to the scientist.
Do I have to say it
Frankie
like
has
that?
been helping to keep me company in your absence. Still, it is good to have you visit.
You talk about your explorations on Mordavia and the many amazing creatures you've encountered.
Yes, that is the way of the true scientist. Do not rely on what others have told you, but experience them for yourself. I am glad that you are finding your vacation in Mordavia an educational experience.
Yeah, my vacation. That's exactly what I would call it.
Woo-hoo! Is she not a wonder? My Frankie, fully functional in every way. In fact, I imagine
Oh, God.
she even, you know, when you...
No, no! Oh my god!
Science? Ha! You ask me about science? Just look at Frankie there and you will understand the purpose of science. It is to acquire
create
the
more things to have
knowledge of
sex
the very
with?
nature of life itself, and to create
Okay,
what
I'd buy
those
that.
less informed would call miracles with that knowledge. Here you are.
Whoops, I didn't mean that. I wanted... Oh,
Pizza
Well, here's
is a
the pizza
crucial
thing.
ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on
Smells
whether one
so
starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
so where is the Mordavian Pizza
You asked
Hut?
Dr. Cranium.
Of course, of course.
You say
I trust you will continue to do. Do not be concerned if you should be unable to reach me during the next few days. Frankie and I shall be engaged in some very important and engrossing scientific research.
Oh my god. The game's not even beating around the bush about it. Okay. So if we're going to save the Gravedigger, the first thing we need to do is check out his usual haunts, right?
The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery. You hear a monstrous groaning noise from beneath the fallen tombstone. Perhaps a horrible monster waits below. This headstone does not have an epitaph, yet. How about that old one? Death is just nature's way of telling you to slow down.
I always love when they do humorous
This gravestone
tombstone
is marked.
sayings.
No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost. Only her memory remains.
Alright, that's not funny, but that's our Rusalka's
Here
grave.
lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave.
And if you're a paladin,
The
this is
inscription
part of
on
your
this
whole Save the
headstone
Rusalka
reads,
quest.
Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace.
It's a weird accent
This
for that.
headstone reads, On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night. Arkan Tenor walked at night. Arkan saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenor see? Here lies the
Cute.
body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation. It was a fatal recreation.
Invitation?
Here lies the spirit of
Mr.
Barney
Davies.
Blue. To his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew.
Okay. I'm guessing he didn't get to do multiple takes for those, because some of those were just, the accents were weird. This really should not work. But it does. I opened the grave.
Igor saved! Kind stranger saved Igor! Good kind stranger! Igor happy grave, not Igor's grave!
Go ahead and lope off, buddy. I've saved you and the gypsy. Because I don't think you can beat this game if the gypsy dies. Maybe you can. Maybe.
The gypsy is gone. Welcome back. I suppose you've heard all the latest news by now.
You mean how I saved Igor?
The gypsy is no longer my prisoner. Good riddance. I would not have enjoyed burning him at the stake.
Well, that's good.
Farewell, and thank you for helping Igor.
Thank
did
you,
not
I was waiting
believe
for that.
The gypsy was guilty, and I did not want to burn him at the stake.
Igor very glad not to still be in grave. You Igor's friend now.
Rawr.
Good to see you.
To tell
I'll tell him a
Igor,
rumor, why
the
not?
townspeople were worried while he was gone.
People miss Igor.
That's not a rumor,
You
that's-
tell Igor a rumor? Igor now morgue happy than ever. Morgue. Happy, get it? Little graveyard humor there.
Little graveyard humor.
You tell Igor how you figured out he was stuck in the grave.
Lucky for Igor,
Have I
you
played this game before?
persistent hero. Igor not give crypt key to strangers. You not stranger. Igor give crypt key to you.
Good, I'll need that later.
Grave accident?
Grave accident.
Little graveyard humor there. That good one. I like it. Igor carve headstone near grave. Igor fall in grave. Gravestone fall on grave. Igor not get out until you get him out of grave. Igor in grave danger. Little
Okay, these
graveyard
are
humor
starting to be
there.
funny.
Staff been in town long time. Dimitri's grandfather brought Staff to town. Oh, people say Doctor mad. Doctor not mad. Doctor just crazy.
Alright, anyway, I think we've had enough fun with him.
You say good, Igor, not... A little graveyard humor there.
Igor nodded cryptically. I'm sorry I skipped that. Now, it's time to go make some friends with the gypsies. Actually, what time of the day is it? Still got lots of time, and I believe once you party with the gypsies, that's an all-night thing, so... I don't check these that often in this game.
You pick up 2 of the metal...
Last one. That's it. No more exercising. But just to show you the effects of that. There, see? 216, 236, those went up. Let's see if I can remember my way to the gypsy camp. I just remember it being in the upper right corner of the map. And there we go. That is a lot of wolves.
You tell the wolves to stay calm. They
Stay
don't
cool,
seem
wolves.
particularly less agitated. One of the wolves snarls menacingly. You get the distinct impression that you're not welcome here.
But I saved the gypsy.
The wolf. The risk. After some...
But I saved the gypsy! I saved him.
After...
I was like a hero. I guess they just aren't ready for me, guys. It's okay.
Hello.
I mean, it hurts my feelings a little bit. I did save one of their gypsies from being burned at the stake. You'd think they'd be like, hey, you are our gypsy brother.
The massive gate to this...
But maybe tomorrow they'll feel like being friendly.
After you are flying in the very source of all magic. You are filled with
Harry
power
Houdini's
and the
bedroom.
knowledge of how to use it. You create
I kinda
flowers
kick butt.
dancing around you. Trees fill their branches with magical fruit as you touch them. You dance in a circle, and the very ground itself radiates peace and harmony. You sing the message of your heart,
So I'm a hippie.
and the magic echoes around you a song of love and happiness. Then you realize that it is not you doing this. It was someone else, back in time. You hear that
I wonder
voice
who it could
calling you
be.
again. Darkness surrounds you, eats at you. The voice calls out again, and you are afraid. It calls from the center of the darkness, drawing you nearer and nearer. The darkness sucks at you, pulling you towards the voice as it flays all warmth and life from you. You scream!
Ah!
You gradually wake, shaking off.
That was exciting. Let's see if the doctor is in or if he's busy.
I had been preparing
Looks like the doctor
a
is
research
in.
report to tell the world about my process for reanimating dead tissue. It is proving very difficult. I must omit no detail, or the more skeptical of my fellows will doubt my results. And yet, if I wait too long, some other scientists may publish first. Why, it is distinctly possible that there are hundreds, even thousands of experimental scientists even now animating their own corpses and trying to publish their results before mine. Then again, maybe there aren't.
You say,
I am glad to see that you have survived for another visit here. Mordavia can be a dangerous place.
Yes, it can.
tell Dr. Cranium about the many undead creatures abroad in Mordavia, about the rumors that vampires inhabit the castle.
There are, of course, no such thing as living undead. Frankie is the closest that science can come to such a thing, and she is a product of science, not of magic. Vampires, Rusalki, revenants, and wraiths are the products of superstition and fear. Their existence is scientifically impossible.
I can introduce you to a Rusalki, if you'd like. She's pretty nice, as long as you don't touch her.
Many of the Academy scientists are greedy, self-centered, and dishonest. Some of them have negative attributes as well. It is best not to let other scientists know too much about one's research until one is ready to publish the final results. Oh, to become a certified genius, one must obtain a certificate of genius from the Positively International Genius Society. There's a bit more to it than that, of course, but that's the gist. I'm the only pig in this area. Science
Fair
is
enough.
with it. We have all the benefits of...
Yes. I just would like my stuff.
Publish or perish, they say. It is not sufficient just to be the greatest scientist in the world. One must also strive to be the best known. Otherwise, research grants can be hard to obtain.
Key to writing a research report.
Let's just
is
stop being
always
funny.
to remember this. A pen can be brittle, but a pencil must be lead.
I really wish they
You say
had looked at the
goodbye.
music mix in this.
If you should come across any interest...
Yeah, that's great, Doc.
Perhaps I should keep the results of the Frankie experiment to myself. I am not sure if the world is quite ready for infinitely agreeable artificial women. I shall need to explore the
I think it
situation
is.
much more closely to be certain.
I think it's ready. See, at a certain point, the gypsy is supposed to show up and invite me back to his place. And he seems reluctant to do that. And I don't have anything to do until he does.
The werewolf threat has ended. Since you have found and rescued Igor, I have released our gypsy prisoner. It seems he was not a werewolf after all. All the peasant fears were for nothing.
Tell the Burgermeister about how much you want to be a hero.
I am
Dude,
beginning
I
to
am a
think that
hero.
you must be quite a hero already.
Damn
You say-
Skippy.
You are a very polite person. Perhaps I should learn some manners from you for dealing with strangers. Take
Yeah,
care.
that's right. A little romance in the air. Me and the Burgermeister are gonna get it on. Alright, well, this is gonna be a little ridiculous, but I need to trigger.
After
There we go. I was just gonna walk through every hour.
Thank you for saving me. Not many people would
Bruce
try
Campbell
to help
as the
a
gypsy. Look at that chin.
Particularly when everyone thinks that they are werewolves. Gypsies are not werewolves.
Werewolf. Werewolf.
You cannot believe the lies of the townsfolk. Visit our camp to the east sometime, and we will welcome you as only the gypsies can. Gypsies are not werewolves, but we are shape-changers. I hope to see you again sometime. Farewell!
That's it. I'm calling Gabriel Knight. Say what you want, but I just watched you transform into a wolf. That's a werewolf, in my opinion. Oh, come on. Right between me and where I wanted to go. So yeah, fights are a lot harder to avoid this one. And then the next one they're impossible, because you have to get into a lot of fights in the next one. Which I feel kind of goes against the whole idea of Quest for Glory. Like, I feel like Quest for Glory, the fights are there as an option. If you want to play a fighter and do this as a straight-up, you know, fighting-style game, you can do that. But I don't feel like it should be required to play it that way.
Greetings and
It
welcome
hasn't been
to
until
our
this
camp.
game.
You are a stranger no longer. When you saved me from death, our lives became intertwined. Henceforth, you are to be known as a gypsy friend. Come now.
Huzzah!
I will take you to the leader of our camp.
So, you are the one my son spoke of. You saved his life. You
All
also
of a day's
entered
work, man.
fearlessly into our den of wolves. You are a man of great courage. We gypsies
Hell
owe you
yeah.
for our Davy, and I believe we will owe you for things to come. Welcome. I am the fortune teller.
I'll take money.
I will
Or
teach you a
babes.
spell. It will protect you against the dead that rise again. I think you will find this most useful in your questings.
Gypsy fortune teller touches your head briefly. Magic flows through you. Now you know the aura spell.
Now, let us learn more of you. Why have you come here, and what do you seek? Oh my, for an outsider, you are most polite.
You tell the gypsies your name.
We are honored to know your name.
It is a good name, a strong name. You bear it well.
Why, thank you.
You tell about
Kinda
how you
special
got here.
The dark cave? You escaped from there? Ah, you are very powerful and lucky. I would guess that a summoning spell went wrong. That cave interferes with all magic around here. But it is
It hasn't
best
interfered
not
with
to
any of
speak
mine, and I
that
do a
cave.
lot.
Someone brought you here for some unknown purpose. Most interesting.
You tell her about the frightening dream.
Dreams are messages. Such a message may be obscure or meaningful, depending upon the sender and the dreamer. The meaning of this dream may be clearer when you have had more of them.
I think I'm pretty close to unraveling it.
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south. But the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that magical barrier.
Well, you're a fortune teller, right?
Now, you listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune teller. You will initiate this.
Help me
reading
choose my
of the
class as the
cards.
avatar.
The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card.
After this reading and the little gypsy party, that'll be the end of this particular video. Hey, look, I'm a magician.
The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This card represents one of great skills and will. This is a person of great imagination and creativity, tempered by self-knowledge and control. This is the card of the Magus, the card of occult knowledge and power. Oh, this card clearly represents you, and therefore, this reading is about you. The cards
You can come
which
and get
surround
multiple
the
readings from her
significator
over the days.
represent the influences which affect your current situation. This next card
Oh, this tarot
represents
card can take
something
forever.
from the distant past, which is relevant to the here and now. Turn over this card and reveal the influence of your past.
The inverted high
This
priestess.
card is the High Priestess. It is inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to
I
reveal
don't
more of this
I remember meeting
individual.
anybody like that in the past.
The Four of Coins. Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others. This person is one who, as long as you satisfy her needs and vanity, will be willing to aid you, providing it does not require any amount of effort on her part. However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be
It could be
swift
Baba Yaga.
and violent. This is not a person to disregard, and she plays an important part in the events around you. Reveal the next card, something of the more recent past, which has consequences in the present.
What is it with
This
Sierra
is
games
the
and tarot
invented
card
King of
readings?
Coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone who is dangerous and cannot be trusted or underestimated. Reveal the next
Adavis.
card that we may learn more of this person.
I think it's Adavis. Yeah, he is the devil.
The devil. This is indeed an ill omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort. This is someone of great evil, someone who cannot be trusted. This is one who'll bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge, for now. Should he gain his freedom, this man will seek to destroy all which stands between his goals and himself. Turn over the next card to reveal a surrounding influence. Ah, the Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous. Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person.
Is it Frankie? I think it's Frankie.
The star. It is a symbol of hope and spiritual influence. Now, this is a woman in touch with her magical nature. She is gentle and loving, yet there is great strength within. This is a woman who generates hope and help through her actions.
Okay, it's
The
Irana.
next
I got it.
card
Can we keep...
reveals
Good
the
Lord, this-
overriding influence upon the future. Ah, the Queen of Swords. She is a woman of wit and skill, yet she
Lots
has
of women.
suffered through terrible hardship, and she is marked by her suffering. Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will tell us more about her.
And we'll end this tarot reading.
The Moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim or the villainess. The final card
Tarot
will
cards aren't that
reveal
helpful
the
if that's what it
influence which will
narrows
most
it down to.
affect you. The Void. About this card, I will not speak. I must meditate upon its meaning. This tableau shows the influences surrounding you. These people will affect your life for weal or for woe. It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you. That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time. Make what you will of your fortune. I will speak no more of it.
We'll probably get a couple more tarot readings, even though they're really long.
You
Sorry
say
about
goodbye.
that, guys.
Ah, you weary of talk? Good. You are a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for food, drink, and dance, huh?
I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening
It's a
in the
gypsy
joyful
party.
company of the gypsies. The gypsies seem to have gone all out to make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now it's time to relax and enjoy.
Shake it, Mama.
Come, is she not beautiful? Ah, why do you hesitate? Go, join in the dance!
I am a dancing fool. Allow me to bust a move. Okay, so maybe not the best dancer.
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep.
Good party, man. Alright, that's it for this time. Next time, we go hunting down wraiths, deal with Baba Yaga and the gnome, and perhaps start the Tanya quest. We'll see how it goes. Not a whole lot left in this game if we just keep pushing through. See you guys next time.